Would you like to join me in crocheting today? I just thought I might hit record and show you guys some crocheting techniques. Not really. I'm not the teacher for crocheting. I don't want to make videos like that, so I'm just going to be babbling about, ranting on like I usually do while I make this hat. There are plenty of tutorial videos of crocheting on YouTube, and those women do, and some men. Crocheting, anyone and everyone can do it. Doesn't matter of your gender. They do a wonderful job, so I highly suggest you look into it if you're interested in crocheting. I started crocheting, gosh, it's been over 10 years now, which I think is crazy that time passes like that. I've got this white hat going. I have quite a few more rounds to do until it's tall enough, but I'm here for it. I know how to be patient. I know how to wait until something's done. Or do I? Or do I? I don't know, it seems like I'm in a waiting period in my life, waiting for things to fall into place. I know I said in past videos that I'm starting to see the whole puzzle. Yes, I'm starting to see the whole puzzle of where the past is concerned, but the future of the things and the people that may come into play in my puzzle, not sure, you know? And that's also exciting. Life would be very boring if we all knew everything to how it's going to go, of why it all is. Though it can be infuriating as to the questions why this, why do these things happen? You know, I hope you're able to take some breathers and realize we only need to focus on what we have in store for today. Plan for tomorrow to an extent, but don't let it consume your present, right? You can't let yesterday's or tomorrow's consume the present that you have. It is a gift. And that's easier said than done, considering, you know, everybody's circumstances. It could be very, very difficult to not know what tomorrow will bring. Anyways, enough of the philosophical talk. Or no, we're gonna keep going. With what? I don't know. I'm just winging it as soon as I hit record anyhow. I'm just trying to get the footage up there. And I would appreciate some more footage of where I don't have my tits out. And, you know, sexualizing. Well, I'm not sexualizing. The viewers might be sexualizing. Might, right? I might have very, very, what am I thinking? Gentlemanly viewers. And that includes for the women as well. You can be gentlemanly or womanlike or whatever, but respectable. And I think for the most part, my following is really respectable, because I don't show what I show because I'm trying to be sexualized. I'm just being me. And I happen to have this body, and I happen to be hairy, and I happen to like to go shirtless. Well, not entirely. We're not allowed to be freely titted, sadly. But I would love to be freely titted, because that's also me. I would love to walk around with nothing on. Man, does that mean I'm already doing the OnlyFans thing? Because you don't have to do OnlyFans and, you know, spread your legs, show your twat type thing, you can do it kind of more moderately. But then again, I don't know how that works. I'd rather not. And I'm not 35 yet. That's the rules. That's the rules. You gotta be at least 35, because then that way your frontal lobe is at least, should be pretty good developed, pretty decently developed by 35. And you would, fully know the cause and effect of what you're doing on there and what you're, selling your body for. Because that's the thing. A lot of the girls that are going straight out of high school and doing OnlyFans, what happens when they turn 30 or 40? Will they regret it? This would be good to have an interview with one of them that started when they were really young, hot off the press, and how they feel about that when they're in their 30s per se, when that frontal lobe is a little more developed. We need to have an interview. Somebody find me somebody. And I know there's men that do it too. Men be selling their bodies, and you know what? Love to see it, even though I don't look for it. And no, I don't actually love to see it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm glad that both genders are doing dual switcheroo mix-up type roles. Because society trying to fit people into certain categories really blows, and I don't like that. We should be a lot more free in who we are. And someday I hope, I don't know, what do I hope? I hope a lot of things. I hope things clear up in my life and I'm able to heal. Yeah, buddy. I hope to heal. And I know there's no complete healing. Or maybe there is. Jesus, he healed. Yo, Jesus, my love, I need healing. And you know what? I've already been feeling it, that it's becoming, a process. He works with me the best that he can work with me. I just gotta stop grabbing the reins, acting as though I know everything and I know what to do. When in reality, I just know how to be wild, and I just know how to be like a wild stallion. And even Jesus, I think Jesus is the only one that can tame the stallion. Or snake tamer. You know those people that used to whistle to cobras and they'd start dancing? Yeah. That's cool. A snake tamer. Or is it called tamer? I don't know. Something like that. Oh boy. I've got more hats to make. I have a quota of making at least 7 to 10, well, I think more like 7 to 15 hats this month here in July. Because I got people interested, They want to buy some hats. Well, not buy. Well, maybe buy. I don't know. Either way. I wish I had a funny story to tell you, but I really don't. Well, maybe I do if I could remember one, but not while I'm crocheting. I can only dig so deep. It's a beautiful day today. The rain has passed. The clouds are clearing. And I don't want to crochet this anymore. I want to take a break. Taking a break. Nice, right? It's getting there. This pattern is called, I don't know. I just do it. I don't know, I just do it. Kind of with life, man. I don't know, I'm just doing it. I did work out yesterday. And I did my stretches and my yoga. And I did my stretching and movements and yoga this morning. And lifted my weights a little bit. I'm trying to get big arms. You know me, wanting to be big, tough, and strong. Drinking my coffee. What is it? What's up? Have you looked at the stars lately? I'm being so serious. Have you stared and watched for a long period of time the stars at night? You know, it's got to be a clear night, obviously, but have you? No, I'm being so serious. Let's talk about aliens, because they be here and they be chilling and they be taking, like, oh my goodness, something's up. Something's up, all right? And so please tell me, put it in the comments if you've noticed the stars and what they're doing. Be so for real. I'm not joking. I'm not playing with you. And I know there's a whole talk of, oh, the government's finally going to release the information about aliens or unidentified objects. And bro, you don't need to announce it to me. I've already known. Aliens are as common to me as fireflies out at night. Like, I know. And I think there might be some rules to them not interfering with our civilization, our humanness, whatever. They might actually just be us. You know, they're probably just us in a futuristic sense that have already evolved and grown and doing their shenanigans in space, and we're just catching up. But as soon as we catch up, we'll realize they are us and we are them. And I think 100% that aliens show up at certain, like, Comic-Cons, Ren Fair, and all the places that people dress up in a whole bunch of different costumes and masks and face painting, because those are the weirdums of our society, and that, me included. So they fit in there, discreetly wearing or doing whatever they're doing. There are aliens, and they're among us, and they have always been among us. And I think the aliens are also angels. You think I'm kidding? Did you see the biblical description of what an angel looks like? They're creepy. How can those not be aliens? Aliens are angels, angels are aliens. And there's different varieties, of course, because we love variety. That's why I like to think of it that way. But yeah, have you been looking up at the stars? I'm gonna get super weird with you. Have you been looking at the stars? No? Well, you should, because they're beautiful for one. And maybe you're in the city and you can't really see them because of light pollution, in that case, I am so sorry for you. I don't know what I'd do if I lived in an area that I couldn't see the stars. I would be so sad. I can't do the city. Nope. I would like to think aliens avoid the city as well, because everyone's just like, I gotta be here, I gotta be there, I gotta do this. I always gotta be doing and going, and the silence and the slowness is really for people on the countryside, because things are slower, there's not as much going on. But don't get me wrong, that's kind of been changing because of devices. Always being on their phones, always on the computer, always on the TV. Like, some people don't even look and walk through and experience and enjoy nature like they used to. The population of people that are just always in their homes with a screen in front of their face has gone way up. And I'm telling you, that's probably why our society is getting worse and worse, with people knowing how to even be people and treat each other with respect and dignity. They're getting caught up in screens and not knowing how to do face-to-face interactions. Or they just find it annoying and they're like, I don't want to be doing this. I want to be home on my computer or on my watching TV. I'm missing this game. Even though it's a beautiful day and you need to get fresh air and just hug a tree, baby. Hug a tree. I can't say that I haven't been guilty of it as well, but Maverick, he always kept me outside, you know? Lots of walking. And I've always loved looking up at the stars. Basically, I'd break my neck looking up at the stars. They call to me. Have I been planted? And I'm really an alien soul? Isn't that the whole Tom Cruise religion of where there's aliens and they put them on this planet and made them... What? Is it Tom Cruise? Who's the one that made up their own religion and had something to do with alien souls? Am I an alien? I feel rather alien, not gonna lie. I feel rather alien. And that's why I don't really care when it comes to people getting upset of me showing my body or being sexual on my channel at times, because there is sexual healing and I want people to feel comfortable and free in who they are, and whether you're wearing completely covered up like a nun or you're wearing just your sports bra and a pair of shorts. I'm still the same. I'm still me. And if other people don't like that image of how I like to use my own vessel, that's a shame. That's a bummer. But you only have a responsibility for how you work with your vessel. Somebody's showing me progress on a drawing. I'm so excited. And it is art, if you choose it to be. It is art-filled for a woman to be independent and hairy and just showing herself out there, being who she is without any type of embarrassment, because why should I be? This is naturally how my body is. I mean, granted, I want to work on my abs a little more to get my abs back. But even still, even if I feel like I'm a little thicker in the mid section, what does that say for all the other women that are thicker? They're still beautiful. So of course I'm not going to be embarrassed, and I'm just going to show it. I'm just going to be me. And you guys also got to learn and see some stretches, so some movements that are very good for helping your hips out, because I know a lot of people have issues with hip pain. I don't see it as a bad thing. And my image is my image and how I want to express it. And if anyone has an issue or a problem with that and feeling like you have some claim to me and you don't want other people looking at me a certain way, that is a personal problem and it's not my problem. I am free to be in the skin and flesh bag that I own. See, I do believe in the Alpha Omega, beginning and the end. So this is technically the creator's flesh bag. But hey, if he or she didn't want me to be doing this stuff, then shoot me down with lightning, brother. Like, you're in control of everything. Zap the air out of my lungs. Like, you understand what I mean? We are allowed to make mistakes in this life and be human. Be who we are. No matter if we feel alien, misplaced, something. We are still free to be, and we are forgiven, and we are healed, and we are chosen. So I'm going to live like that and be who I am. And it's time we evolve and have people not try to claim other people and their image and get all haughty-taughty about it because they can't control them, because they're showing their body. You don't own that person. You don't own me. And I just want it to be for empowerment, for people to feel comfortable. And yeah, do some sexual healing. People need some sexual healing. As long as you were respectful with my image and you appreciate it dearly, then there you go. That's a safe and respectable sexual exchange. I'm glad that people are attracted to me and want to see my hairy legs and armpits, because that means there's something healing going on. The fact that the whole porn industry makes everybody shave most of the time, there's probably a hairy category, but that's not healthy in my opinion, because women are hairy, just as hairy as men, if not more so, depending on your genes, and it needs to be accepted. So I'm going to keep trying to, make my little input, make my little ripple effects on the internet to make it so it's acceptable, or at least becomes normalized. Because my hairy armpits are gorgeous and they smell delicious. And the curls are just, I love my curls. Love them. Adore them. I want to braid them. Okay, I think that's enough talk for right now. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're looking at the stars and seeing what's going on up there. And times are changing. All the signs and all the wonders are starting to make their appearance. Let's go. I'm ready. Are you?